Okay, I guess I'm acting, huh?
You're the man tonight, since both our chair and I think our chair is, she's not available, and our vice chair is on vacation, so Paul's gonna do the honors of leading us through the agenda.
Thanks, Paul.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do the best. If I get off track here, just redirect me.
That's okay.
All right, so I'll call us to order at 6:15. Do y'all have 6:15? Just like to have a consideration of approval to have authority for me to sign on behalf of the Burnsville Planning Board for this meeting, since I'm acting, so I need a motion for
I'll
that.
make that motion.
All right,
I'll second it.
right, we've got enough people to do that, so thank you very much. The motion passed. All in favor? Do I have to do that by Robert?
I think probably, but it's okay.
Okay. All right,
We realize you probably vote for yourself.
all right. So,
If not, you're outvoted.
all right, well, I mean, I had a first and a second, and I was the only other one to vote, so, all right. We need
I'll
to,
let Brian just sort of lead us through what the project is and tell
You gotta
everybody.
approve.
okay, you want to
Oh,
approve?
yeah, you got to approve the minutes. I'm sorry, Chad.
All right, I
don't
was
have a
getting
copy
ready.
of the agenda.
So we need to approve the minutes from the regular meeting held on August 13th, 2021. So those have been sent out. Anybody have any questions or corrections or additions to the minutes from the last meeting?
No.
Anybody? I need a motion to approve.
I'll call a motion.
And need a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The minutes have been approved. Okay, so what we have on the agenda tonight is the consideration of the Longview Drive subdivision. And Mr. Thomas is here to do that. So you want to just take us through all that?
Sure, I'll give you the, maybe the Cliff Notes version, and any specifics, I'm sure Mr. Thomas could help us out with answering those. I sent a packet, or Chad sent a packet to everyone, I think it was last week, containing a lot of this information, but I'll kind of go back over it. Mr. Thomas approached me about doing a subdivision. It's going to be in the R10 zoning district. This is off of Longview Drive. I hope everyone's familiar with where we're talking about. If not, we can show you some aerial photos or whatever you need, but it's at the top of Longview. It's a single owner lot of 2.655 acres, and he's looking to subdivide that into 7 individual lots. Also putting in, each lot's gonna have a minimum area of greater than 10,000 square feet, which is required by our ordinance. And he's also made provisions for appropriate setbacks within each individual lot from each other. The smallest lot size is going to be just over 13,000 square feet, and the largest around 19,000 square feet. Some things that were not on the plat plan that I had, that I also accompanied along with that. The subdivision will be named Southview, and Mr. Thomas is going to install a cul-de-sac, that in cul-de-sac there throughout the property of approximately 250 feet or so, and that's going to be named Southview Drive, the proposed name. We have met with Mr. Thomas, myself, and Mr. Dale about some stormwater concerns, and walked that property and listened to some of his plans with regards to some ideas he has about how he's going to deal with any excess stormwater that may be on that property. Also talked, while we were at the property, talked with an adjoining property owner about doing some modifications on that lower corner. It's my recommendation that we approve this subdivision with some modifications. There's a few things that were left off of the plat itself that probably need to be added. Those being the zoning district that it's located in is not on the plat. We'll get that added too. Adding the name of the development, which will be Southview to that plat. Also the name of the drive being Southview Drive to that proposed road. And then a written, even though we've had conversations, a written plan about the stormwater issues as an attachment to that, along with that. So as far as staff recommendations, that would be our recommendation, is making those 4 modifications and approving the subdivision as is. And I've discussed most of those, I think, with Mr. Thomas, and he's agreeable to taking care of those minor things. But if you have other specific questions about the project itself, I feel like he would be a better resource to answer those questions.
Okay. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, there, you know, like I said, there's additional information needs to be, you know, recorded on this plat before it's recorded, that being the subdivision name, the street name. We did have an issue of not having a recorded easement for sewer that was already allocated or on this property to that catch basin, the manhole on the Dale property. So I went back and had the surveyor show that easement. Once this is approved, then I will have Todd Bailey draw up that easement and get Mrs. Dale to sign it, turning it over to you as a city so that you have a right-of-way to that, because currently you don't even have a right-of-way to that sewer manhole on this property, even though we have found two lines, one coming into the catch basin, another one down on the property there. And the proposal is going to be to install sewer line along the back property line or the lower property line here, and then going up the easement between lots 3 and 5 and 4 and 6. And that will go up and pick up lot number 7. It will pick up lots 6 and 4, and then it'll pick up 3 and 5. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I can actually put plumbing in the basements. So that I can put that sewer line down low, so that, you know, I don't have to try to get it back up the hill because of the elevations. And that'll all be dedicated sewer line, 8-inch line that will be for the use of the city and stuff, so. And then lot 1, lot 2, and lot 7, based upon topography, are going to drain. You know, the most of that property is going to drain, as far as roof drainage and street drainage, is going to drain into Longview Street, Longview Road. That will minimize the amount of impact that we have down at the Dale Road area and the resident down there. So again, we're going to be grading that, dropping these lots down so that we can get that drainage and get the view that we were talking about earlier as well. And then down at the corner of the property, near where the sewer easement's going to be, was where we had the stormwater issue. And I'm willing to, you know, set a catch basin there and go from that point to an additional catch basin that will pick up a lot of the stormwater coming off of Dale Road that currently is flooding that area. And then tie that into a 10-inch line that the homeowner's already installed in his yard. So we've investigated that. The biggest size pipe downstream is 10-inch, so that's the maximum that we could go. I don't think you'll have any issues. We're going to maintain all the grass area and take the downspouts and dump them off on the ground. We're not going to pipe them anywhere, with the exception maybe up here on the top, getting them into the ditch along Longview. Those may be piped to minimize the amount of water that would be coming that way. So.
And so where will the cul-de-sac be draining? It's not going to be curved, right?
No, it is not going to be.
So you're not really
curved, therefore,
anticipating any
We're going
water?
to crown it so that everything just kind of sheds off into
Okay.
the lawns.
And you were explaining earlier, you know, to Paul about how you're gonna take the grade down at the top. It'll make it more, it'll be more level, actually, the
Yeah.
roadway. It won't.
I'm
Go
trying
down.
to keep the steepness out of that street coming in off of Longview. And I'll take that down and take that material and bring it back into that cul-de-sac area to build those up. Again, I want to keep lot 6 and 4 as high a elevation as possible for the view over 5 and 3.
So are you talking about doing any terracing with the grading?
I don't think we'll be doing any terracing or anything, but we'll be, there potentially could be some retaining walls at the corner of the houses or something that, you know, you're gonna have one elevation up here, and then you're gonna have full walkout basement coming down
So,
around it.
Mr. Thomas, can I ask, what do you see as far as the construction? Is this single-family residential on a crawl space, or is this on slab, or?
They're all gonna be single family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you thought of doing on slab construction or
No,
crawl space?
I mean, I would prefer to even do crawl space versus on slab.
Right.
I don't like on slab. I'm in Florida now. I hate it. Floor's cracked, tile blows up, you know, it's just not a good, it's not a good situation.
Right.
So,
Okay.
Any other questions?
Here, guys, he's got a couple of examples of different floor plans he's sort of looking at. Now, these don't show the walkout basement, but
those are the style of homes.
each one on top is the different one. You've got like the
Again, I
same one
want to
over and
do
over again.
some, you know, some features
We all do.
in the gable ends of, you know, maybe the bark siding or rust-on siding and stuff like that. But probably we'll start out doing some of the hardy board cement siding and using the board and batten strips on that to give it the board and batten strip look, and then I can paint it whatever color we choose. So I think it's a good product. I think it's something that will last and give us a long lifespan, so.
Okay, any other questions for Brian or Mr. Thomas?
Now, the subdivision's going to probably change too, based upon my accountant. That's probably gonna go in, instead of being a subdivision for Bill Thomas, it's probably gonna change on the plat. It's probably gonna be Thomas Builders and Developer.
Okay. And Brian's gone through all of the design standards as far as subdivisions, cul-de-sacs, those sorts of things, and everything meets.
Yeah, we've talked to the fire department, I've talked to Niles, I've talked to the county, you know, building department as far as everything's concerned. We have a hydrant up at the top, and again, we're gonna put all the sewer in, and necessary stormwater down on those lower lots.
Okay, so what I need now is a motion to approve with modifications. Those modifications will be the zoning status, the name of the development and the road, the storm sewer management information, and the sewer easement. Anything else on modifications?
I don't think so.
Okay, I need a motion to approve with modifications.
I'll make a motion.
I need
I'll
a
second the motion.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion passes. Is there any new business?
I think that's it.
All right, the next regular meeting will be October 12th at 6:15, probably here.
Yes, probably here,
Okay.
probably here.
The meeting is adjourned at 6:27.
I will get these modified and get back, get everybody a copy, get one.
And